Hi YouTube, Rory here. Today I'm going to take my Be Merry, Be Bright palettes from Too Faced and consolidate them into one with the colors that I like. So what you're going to need is a retractable X-Acto knife or any kind of retractable knife. I got this one at the dollar store. And the first thing you do, keeping the blade facing away from you, is slowly wedge it in between the book and the actual palette. Then you go and at different angles and just release the glue with the knife. And it's pretty easy to break the makeup. So this is on fast forward mode, just so you don't have to like watch me do this forever. But the secret is slow and steady. Now what I'm doing is slowly wedging my finger in between the palette and the book. So that's what it looks like when you pop it out, and that book will keep for later. Now what I'm going to do is pop the makeup out. So I'm putting pressure on the back of it and just kind of wedging my finger underneath it, or taking the X-Acto knife depending on how heavily it's glued. And because it's retractable, you can actually push it out and just make the knife a little longer as it's under there and cut the glue out. This one was glued a little funny, it pops out. Luckily it did not break. If you come across an eyeshadow or a blush or anything like that, a pan, that's being difficult, just skip it and move on to the next one. It's a lot easier to go back after all of the makeup is out to get it out, and you don't risk the other makeup breaking because you're putting too much pressure on the one that won't come out easily. I'm extending the knife to be longer and just pushing it through the glue, and that popped right out. If you have a hard time getting them out, but they're pretty much at a point where you can hold them with your fingers, but it's just stuck to the paper, use the twisting method. You'll see that with this one. And this one was really glued down. So what I'm going to do is just twist it, not just pull it, twist it. So here's the palette when it is completely empty of makeup. What I'm going to do is cut out where the pans were to make a picture frame looking. And we're going to put our magnet where the pans used to be. Before you start cutting, make sure you know where the magnets are. So now I'm going to duct tape this to make it look all pretty with some gold duct tape. And this is what it looks like after I duct taped it. So on one side of this picture frame looking thing, there are magnets. What you're going to do is find them and attach them to the book. This keeps everything in place how it should be, so it closes well. And the secret to this, to keeping it on point and where it needs to be so the closure is good, is to keep those magnets attached to each other and glue backwards, meaning glue on the back of the frame, and then close the book onto the frame while it's still attached to the magnets. I do not recommend using hot glue. I ran out of super glue and tried the hot glue, and I had to re-super glue it because hot glue doesn't really help with opening like movement of paper. It just rips the paper off and then you have a big glob of glue and it's nothing good. So here I am closing the back onto the frame. And you let that dry. And there you have the perfect working palette. Now all we need is the magnet. So this is just a refrigerator magnet that I've cut to size. It was a very large refrigerator magnet, but it works just as well. But it's easier to glue on the back of the magnet rather than the actual paper, because the paper is more porous and absorbs the glue. Another thing I didn't like about the hot glue is it dries really quickly, so it's not really tacky when you do the whole magnet. So what you're going to want to do is push the magnet in as far as it goes and make sure there are no air bubbles. After you're done, you have a beautiful toothpaste palette. I put the colors that I like in this one, and the ones that I was not going to use I put in an Avon Snap-on palette. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.